So I have 3 recipes. I've written them down because, you know, like half of the people on TikTok don't write down their recipes in the first place. So it's very frustrating trying to find these things, but I was lucky enough to get them from these 3 videos. So
if you're craving pumpkin cheesecake but want it guilt-free, then this no-bake protein cheesecake hits the spot. The entire thing has 44 grams of protein. Grab a bowl and add in Greek yogurt, canned pumpkin, whipped cream cheese, vanilla whey, sweetener, cheesecake pudding mix, pumpkin pie spice, and a pinch of salt, and give that a mix, and then add it to a bowl, smooth out the top, and toss into the freezer, and then add crushed graham cracker for topping with whipped cream, and enjoy this one.
1 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. So go into the fridge, find my Greek yogurt, scale, because shout out to Michael Corey, the one that did this recipe. He not only gave it in cups, but he also gave it in grams. And grams makes everything so much easier when you're baking, when you're cooking. It's good times, people. 1 cup or 220 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt. I'm using vanilla, don't judge me. Next, we gotta add in half a cup or 125 grams of pumpkin puree. Make sure it is not pumpkin pie puree, because that is the filling for the pie and it already has all the sugar and the spices added. This way, using the puree, you control how much sugar and how much spice you want. Now we need to add in 1/4 cup or about 40 grams of whipped cream cheese. I did not know whipped cream cheese was a thing. It also is a better stabilizer than your regular cream cheese because of all the added air, or so I'm told. 1 scoop or 30 grams of vanilla whey protein. I am using New Zealand whey protein from Diesel. I use this all the time. I love the flavor and it dissolves really easily in water. Bonus. Now this also asks for 2 tablespoons of a, what was it? 0-calorie powdered sweetener. I put it as optional because I don't have it, so I kind of want to see what it'll taste without it, because we already have the vanilla Greek yogurt, we have the vanilla whey protein, and then we also have this. 1 tablespoon or about 8 grams of cheesecake pudding mix. I also didn't know this was a thing. Listen, I make my cheesecake from scratch, okay? I didn't know this was a thing. Ooh, that smells good. 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice and a pinch of salt. So we're gonna mix just until everything is totally combined and then move on from there. Also, don't forget to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl just to make sure everything is fully incorporated. I think we're good. Nice. So I have these 2 plastic ramekins here. I'm gonna divide everything instead of making 1 giant one into 2 smaller ones. It's so smooth. Cool. For some reason, I could not find graham crackers at my grocery store. So I was like, you know what? Next best thing, Biscoff cookies. I'm gonna give them time to set up. I'm gonna put them into the fridge overnight and we'll try them out tomorrow.
If you mix yogurt, pumpkin puree, maple syrup, and cinnamon, spread it on a pan and decorate with pecans, pumpkin seeds, and cookie chunks, and then freeze, you'll have made yogurt bark autumn edition.
Clean the bowl, got a whisk. So like the recipe calls for, we're first going to add in 1 cup or 190 grams of vanilla Greek yogurt. So Julia Ardizone, or Ardizone, I'm not sure. She's the one that came up with this recipe. She had 190 grams for the 1 cup of vanilla Greek yogurt, but I'm gonna go with the original, like we did for the cheesecake, which is 220 grams. So I'm gonna stick with that. And then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Maybe a little bit more. 1/4 cup, or it's about a 55 grams. Yeah, 55 grams of pumpkin puree. 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. We whisk this all up till it's nice and fully incorporated once again. Done. Pour this out onto a parchment-lined cookie sheet. You don't want to make it too thin, but of course you don't want to make it too thick either. So I'll let you gauge. And don't worry about getting a right shape. Oh, it's not circular, it's not square, whatever. This is bark, gets broken into pieces. We're not looking for perfection. I do not have any pecans because I'm allergic to them and I don't like dying. So yeah, I am going to do a little different in that I'm going to use dried cranberries, the pumpkin seeds, and then I'm going to use the Biscoff cookies once again. This looks really good. This is going to go into the freezer, like I said, overnight. So we'll give it a shot tomorrow. Let's see how they taste.
If you mix pumpkin puree with cocoa powder, nut butter, and maple syrup, then bake it, you get fudgy brownies.
Possibly the fastest TikTok I've seen in a while. I'm not gonna keep you. 3/4 cup or 180 grams of pumpkin puree, 1/3 cup or 80 grams of almond butter or any kind of nut butter. Oh, and don't forget to preheat your oven to 350 degrees or 175 if you're in England. 4 tablespoons or 60 grams of maple syrup. And last but not least, 1/4 cup or 30 grams of cocoa powder. And then we're just going to mix it up. That only took a couple of seconds, but I will definitely say it is a lot thicker than in the video. Matt's Fit Chef. Shout outs to him. Put it into an 8x8 pan. And then bake it. Okay, 25 minutes, 350 degrees. Let's see how it turns out. I'll start with the one that is likely to make the biggest mess. They look really good actually, but yeah, I don't want them to melt because I know they will. So let's take one that has everything. Yeah, that's good. See. We're frozen. It's cold. Frozen. Yeah, okay, that's kind of good. The crunch of the cookie, it's kind of softened up a bit. Cranberries. I guess my only problem is that you have to keep them in the freezer, but it's a nice little cold treat. All right, so the one that I was least sure about were these fudgy brownies. I could have used a smaller pan, I think, because these are super thin, not as thin as they were in the video, but anyway, they look super dry. See how they taste. Very chocolatey for obvious reasons. Yeah, it's all right. This is a little bitter, but that's the cocoa that I have, so I'm not blaming the recipe. Don't know if I'd actually make this again. It's not bad, not great. And the one that I was most excited about, it's so smooth. It's like a non-baked cheesecake, very smooth, very soft, very demure, sorry. That was a winner. And that's it, people. 3 TikTok pumpkin spice recipes. Not bad, pretty good haul. Let me know what else you'd like to see me do right here on this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.